see the light.
Can you see me? Me or your sister?
Yeah, I can see, I'm on the laptop.
Yeah, the camera.
Yeah, I can see now. Yeah.
Righto. Thank you, everybody. I think my wife is going to actually say something first. Because ladies before gentlemen, obviously.
You all know how I love public speaking. Thank you all for coming tonight, and thank you to everybody who's contributed to the event, polishing pool fences, taking photos. Yeah, just everybody, thank you for coming. It means the world to us. Thank you. Short and sweet. And thank you for gifts that you've all given us. You really shouldn't have given us anything.
No, that's right.
Thank you.
Well, I just reiterate what she said. Thanks to everybody. I'd like to thank, firstly, my sisters for making their way over here in this very, very difficult time. They managed to get here before they got shut out, so it was lucky they got here. Yeah, thank you for your hard work and helping us today. We had some interesting and joyful fun last night, cleaning pool fences and doing other bits and pieces. It's been a pleasure to have you here, and it's great to have you here. To each and everyone else here, thanks for coming. And I think, you know, as we get older, you don't really appreciate your friends, you don't really appreciate your family as much as you do as when you get older. Life is actually is made up of two parts. It's the now and the memories. So we've had some fantastic memories with each and every one of you, and each and every one of you has actually contributed to our lives, and we thank you very much for that. I think in the next couple of hours, we're going to make some more memories, hopefully. So, with those memories, I hope they'll again be cherished in your hearts, and we carry on forward. We're 3/4 of the way through our existence as human beings, so that's a bit scary. We never thought we'd get this far. I always said to Heather that I was never going to make it past 40, but I proved her wrong.
I think we've been friends with everybody here, with the exception of Brianna and Kristen and Aaron and Hayley, in excess of 30 years. So,
excuse me, it's more than that.
Excess of. Oh, and Talia.
And I'm sure that I've actually shared a few little things with each and every one of you that you'll never forget. So I'm sure that comes back quite often. I can go through each and every one of you, and I could say a few things, which means the world to me, and they're always in the back of my mind. Every time I see you, I think of those and cherish those moments that we've had together. To my daughter, Hayley, thank you very much for everything you've done tonight. She's made the desserts and been running around with 3 children, so thank you very much. You and Brendan, thank you very much for our 3 beautiful grandchildren. They made the world for us. And to Matthew, thank you very much for your time tonight. It's so sorry you couldn't make it, but you are here posthumously around here. I think there's a better looking version, so...
We've got Chris as well, but
Chris Hemsworth and Sandra Bullock here tonight. You're among the elite. I'd like to now call on Hayley here to say a few words. We'd like to say a few words, so Hayley, let's come forward.
Okay, I'm just going to read off my trusty phone. Okay, hello everybody. Thank you for all being here to celebrate the milestone birthdays of Heather and Wayne, aka Mum and Dad. It's so lovely to see you all, and it means so much to Mum and Dad. I can see that they are having such a wonderful time, which means the world to me. I asked Dad on Boxing Day if he would like me to speak tonight, which he replied, yes please. And Mum quickly piped in saying to make it short and sweet. So here's my half an hour speech. Kidding. When thinking about what I'd say tonight, I had so many memories and thoughts pop into my head, all of which brought a smile to my face. Memories from childhood to adolescence, sorry about those years, to now. Matt, Brendan and I have been so blessed to have you as our parents. and are so proud of all that you have achieved, both separately and together as a power couple. You aren't only incredible parents, but acing it as grandparents too. Miller and Dandy tell me most days, and Heath soon will too. Thank you for your continual support and for always being that little voice in my head, sometimes annoyingly. But I know you are always looking out for me. Matt sadly couldn't be here tonight, but I know that he would agree that you both deserve the very, very best in life and that we love you so much. So yeah, please raise your glass to Heather and Wayne. Happy 60th year.
Now I think Matthew would like to say a few words as well. I'll just turn up the volume.
Yes. Yeah, I was going to say, let me know if you can hear me and how loud I am. Can everyone hear me?
Yes! Yes!
No, too easy. Following on from what Hayley said, nothing too original from my end, other than, of course, just to say congratulations to you both on reaching what is a very notable milestone. It's absolutely no mean feat to reach 60. And I hope you're both able to let, or in Dad's case, what little hair you do have down tonight to celebrate. Of course, I wish I could be there tonight to join in the celebrations, but I trust and I get the impression, even though I can just see cut out of myself, you, Dad, you, Mum, and Uncle Keith with the camera, I do trust that there is a lot of love and a lot of people there in the room tonight. As Hayley said, it means a lot to both Hayley, Brendan and myself to see the two of you happy, healthy and enjoying one another's company as much as ever. So thank you to everyone for being there tonight to celebrate this wonderful achievement. And it's been one big year for you both. Not only have you ticked over 35 years of marriage, but also hitting the big 6-0 in October and November respectively. So I don't have wine because it's almost midnight here on a school night, but I've got water. So I'd like to raise a glass to the achievement of turning 60 and here's to the next 60.
You'll be lucky.
Cool. I can't hear people like talking or clapping, so I apologise if I like talk over people. I was actually just wanting to jump in because some of you may know, and speaking of those 35 years rather, some of you may know that I actually became an authorised marriage celebrant earlier this year. So I thought tonight could actually be a really good chance for me to put my course and so with that in mind, how would you both like to renew your vows?
When we were 40, now we're 60.
No.
No.
There was last time.
There was last time. No, there's no ring.
Oh my God.
Stand up here, let him do
There's a pretend ring.
Oh, thanks.
How much is it worth?
Thank you, David.
Yeah.
So those who attended Mum and Dad 40 will recall the fact that these two lovebirds then renewed their vows under the watchful eye of Gail O'Leary Barlow, a name that many of us won't forget, just as we won't forget her matronly manner. The last time you renewed your vows, you had been married for 15 years. At which point the world was still mourning the loss of the World Trade Centers. Hayley and I was both still in primary school, which to everyone in the room must seem like a lifetime ago. So the fact that you're renewing them again tells me that you're either sickeningly in love still, or nobody has told you that, unlike half the items still lingering in your medicine drawer, Mum, vows do not expire every few years. But seriously, we both know that it's the former, and now we also know to keep our calendars free for your next renewal at the nursing home in 2041. So I guess the purpose of and significance behind weddings and renewals has changed greatly from how they were likely valued in 1986. So what I mean by this is instead of being the starting line in the foot race known as marriage, the now point of reflection and celebration before you commence the next part of your story or your journey. So a lot has changed in those 20 years since you last shared your vows, and the changes and events that have transpired, no matter how celebratory or otherwise, have undoubtedly shaped your history as husband and wife. So I just thought we should take a quick, brief snapshot of the last 20 years since you last renewed your vows as a subset of time. So in that time, and this is not exhaustive, you've completed multiple trips back and forth from Tassie. You've seen your wretched football team take home a premiership. You've watched your children graduate high school. You've lost sleep over the fact that both of your children are travelling the world. You've waved farewell to your favourite child as he moved interstate. You've gone on overseas adventures. You've farewelled a brother, and you've held the hands of your dearly beloved parents for the last time, parents and grandparents who we wish could be with us tonight. You've walked your daughter down the aisle, in Dad's case, and in Mum's case, you gave Rhonda permission to tease your hair into a right state. But in doing so, you watched on with pride as Hayley got married and you welcomed a new son into the family. You've supported siblings and held their hand through tough times, just as they've done for you. You've become grandparents for the first time. You've retired, or at least one of you has. You've seen your beloved nieces and nephews start families of their own. You've seen your incredibly handsome son graduate university. You've jumped on a plane for some more adventures. You've come out of retirement to begin tutoring, and you've done a bloody good job of it. You've seen said wretched football team take home yet another premiership.
West Coast.
Whilst I'm still waiting for one, and will be for a while yet. You've become grandparents for the second time. You've picked the tennis racket back up, Dad. You've celebrated work anniversaries, which is a true testament to your hard work and commitment. You've become grandparents for the third time. You're picking up on the theme here. You've worn a face full of makeup and dressed in drag for your son's 30th birthday, and above all, you've celebrated 35 years of marriage. I think that deserves a round of applause. So moving on. So throughout this list, throughout the ups and the downs, you've stood the test of the time and you've tested a formula of marriage. And it's a formula that's unique to you both, and one that has spanned 35 years. So for those around you, Hayley and myself included, your relationship is a clear mark of stability, security, and safety. So the fact that you two are and remain so closely bound together is something that we who love you take comfort and solace in. For us kids, Hayley, Brendan, Miller, Andy, Heath, and of course myself, your marriage and its stability truly represents home. It represents an unyielding and secure place for us to call upon in good times and bad. So for that, we are in awe, of course, and we do also owe you a lifetime of gratitude and thanks. As kids, and even still today, I sense that there's often some reluctance to talk about or comment on your parents' love for one another, for risk of it being weird or icky. But the fact that I've never had to talk about it prior to this date means, in a really simplistic sense, that there's nothing negative to have been spoken about, and it's been nothing other than smooth sailings for those who love you and your immediate family members. It wasn't until a Melbourne friend came to stay with us a few years ago, and later remarked when we were back in Melbourne, she said, "Matt, your parents are so in love, it's so cute to see." And at that point I stopped and I realised, and yes, of course, I completed the obligatory fake wretch, but it did make me take stock of how your love and commitment to one another is something that myself and Hayley probably is in the same boat. We often take it for granted. And yet, it's something that on reflection, Hayley, Brendan, myself, and most people in the room tonight look upon with great admiration. So the fact that you're choosing to renew your vows tonight marks a clear intent to celebrate the last 20 years, and also a clear intent to sail through the next 20, no matter what life throws your way, as you have done and as you continue to do. So, With that in mind, it's now time to throw it back like it's 1986 and exchange your vows. So whilst I know you haven't had the time to perm your hair, Mum, in the true tradition of times, fear not, as I think Dad has prepared some for you to read through.
I think I need my glasses. Hang on a minute.
It's in 24 font.
Oh, really?
I preempted this.
Why am I the last one to find out about all these things?
You need your glasses.
No, I can read it.
Okay.
Is it me?
Yeah, you got to mean this too, all right?
Oh. I have always said from the first time I met you, we would be together. Sometimes in life things happen for a reason, and our time together was meant to be. Did you write this?
Yes, I did.
It may have been by chance, but it was very much a miracle that two people can be compatible. We share the same values, have the same goals, and strive for the same outcomes. We can read each other's thoughts, know each other's next movement, and have all the same interests.
Question mark.
Work, 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 work. Okay. Every day together is planned. Every day is built on teamwork and hard work. People cringe sometimes with your humour, but it hurts me to.
Come on, read it.
It hurts me to admit it. I do honestly. You have obviously written this. Honestly believe it has added that little extra spark that a marriage needs to be successful. Wayne, you are my rock. My Mr. Fix. Where's my rock?
Read the vows first.
My Mr. Fix It. Yep, I'll give you that one. The guy I have always been able to rely on. The person that has contributed more to my life than anyone else I have ever met. Thank you for the last 35 years, and I look forward to the next 20 or so more together as we transition into retirement. 20 years, I've waited that long. Love, 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 love. You, Wayne. I would have written different vows, but yeah.
That was very successful.
Now, where's yours?
Mine?
Yeah, is it? Your turn now, Dad.
Oh, is it? Oh, this is going to be a bit more difficult. I might engage the service of an international superstar to read my vows, so I've engaged somebody to read them tonight for me. So I'll put her on.
What, Sandra Bullock?
Matthew, I will have to mute you, unfortunately.
This could be dangerous.
No worries, I've muted myself.
All right.
We could lose you, Matt.
All right. These, you need to listen carefully to these lyrics because it represents, as I said before, the past, the now, and the future. And yeah, just listen to the lyrics very carefully. Come here.
We're not going to dance, are we?
Life is so simple.
Don't cry.
A little boy, a little girl, laughing and loving, trying to figure out the world. It felt like summer when I kissed you in the rain, and I know your story, but tell me again. Nothing you say wouldn't interest me. All of your words are like poems to me. I would be honored if you would take me as I am. I want you to look right in my eyes, to tell me you love me, to be by my side. I want you at the end of I'm not quite myself. And I pray that you'll lift me when you know I need love. It's a warm celebration of all of our years. I dream of our story, of our fairy tale. Family dinners and family trees, teaching the kids to say thank you and please, knowing if we stay together then things will be right. I want you to look right in my eyes, to tell me you love me, to be by my side. I want you at the end of my life. Wanna see your face when I fall with grace at the moment I die. Is that alright? Is that alright?
Don't go home.
Yep.
Put your own ring on.
Welcome back.
Fun.
Put your own ring on.
Thank you. I hope somebody recorded that because I couldn't hear a single thing.
It might get a cry.
I also realised, Mum, that in my list of all the things, I didn't add you got glasses to the list because I'm not sure if you had those when you were 40. Can you show me the ring?
Camels. Oh, it's a Christmas cracker.
Yeah.
Oh, dollar sign. Doesn't quite fit, but.
Well, what about this one?
Oh, yes.
Very nice.
You've
Very
got
nice.
that ring.
It's not the opal.
Will you accept this ring?
No. When did you get these? Oh, it hasn't been sized. I could just get married every year. I
Thank you. Thank you very much.
With the ring now exchanged, and unlike the wedding 35 years ago, I guess there's no paperwork for us to complete because you're well and truly in it now, guys. But there's not much more to say than what you just lovingly shared between one another and before us. So, like I said, I'm going to raise my glass to you both. Congratulations on renewing your vows before everybody this evening. We all love you very much, and I also hope all of you there in person will give Mum and Dad a big hug and a good celebration from all of us to help them celebrate all sorts of achievements, turning 60 and renewing their vows. So, cheers to you guys, newlyweds. Cheers.
Thank you, Matthew, and hope to see you soon. I appreciate everything you've done tonight.
No worries. I'll see you guys in 2023.
No, 2022.
All right, thank you very much.
2023. I don't know. It depends. Depends on your friend.
Not my friend.
Not my friend. No, well done, guys. I wish I could be there tonight, but please enjoy the night celebrating and make it worth the hangover tomorrow.
All right, cheers, thanks. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody.
You finally got the ring.
Yes, thank you very much.
Oh.